So today we will design one lightning component which will be useful and we should be displaying some data. So the screen should be like this. I will be giving one text box for searching some text. Okay. Okay. So, and there should be one button. Search. Okay. When we click on search button, then I have to display the accounts. See, so here what I need is, so I have to display the accounts in the table format. Like what I need is, I need name, okay, then industry, type, and let me take a look at account page. We can select any other field. Okay, let's take it as phone. Okay. Okay, so these are the fields I have to display and need to display the records here one by one in the table format. Okay, let's go ahead and design the lightning component for searching records and create one lightning component which is lightning component. I'm giving the name account search. So I'm taking as lightning tab means I will be able to create a tab and can access on this one. Okay, app hostable. So you have to remember that what is this interface will do when you implement an interface called force colon app hostable, then this component will be exposed to the lightning tabs page, means tabs page wherever you are going to create lightning tabs, lightning components tab, then that, let me say it, it's already there. Okay, so when you make it the so when you make the component implemented with force colon app hostable, then that component will be available for creating a tab. See, account search. Okay, I'm giving just account search from, means if the component has an force colon app hostable default access. Okay. So fresh here can then add. Search. Okay, this is created, but there is nothing because we have not given anything here. Okay, so for that, what we are going to do, we are going to search something. Okay, so to hold the values of this attribute means in the search box, if you do A, B, C or X, Y, Z, whatever the text you are going to give, to capture that information, we need one attribute. Okay, let's go ahead and declare one attribute. Name equals to search string. Giving name as search string. Type equals to string. That's it. One attribute has been declared. And when you click on search, okay, when you click on search button, we need to display the table of the records, right? Records in the table format. So we have to store records, means to capture or to store the records, account records, we need one collection variable like list. Okay, go ahead and declare our attribute name equals to accounts. Okay, account list, you can do like this. Type equals to list. Simple. Okay, you know we are giving two things. For holding the search string, we have given one attribute called as a search string, and then to hold the values of records, we have declared one list attribute. Okay, go ahead. H1 account search example. Search for your accounts. Okay, just giving head. Now just go ahead and refresh this component. Whatever you are going to update in the Lightning component, that will be reflected here. Here, accounts. This is very simple. Then now let's go ahead and assign this to div SLDS. This one class as this. Absolute center. Okay, it came to the center, and for text alignment, you can have some other transparency sizing. Text. Now let's give this large one. Give class title class. Start tag and end tag are that. If you don't give that, it will not work. Title text. It's giving this. Title text heading large. Break here. Okay. After that, we are going to give the box called to take some input, like for entering some text information here, we are going to give one lightning input, right? LHT lightning, and you can see I documentation for that. Put type equals to text value equals to, so whatever the value we have to give, v dot this one means the value should be always in this search text. Okay, then label equals to enter prompt name. Okay, system. Check that before adding this one, you can use this lightning input. What type of types are allowed? Name and others. Okay. Now just refresh this. Search for accounts. Right away. Now we need to add one. So we need to add one more button. Lightning HT button. Okay. Label equals to search. So I'm giving search, just search will be there. Then we have to display the accounts here, right? Then here I'm taking the subject represent. Okay, so given choose accounts. Okay, let's say let's design the table. I'm not sure whether you guys have tried the HTML or not. In HTML, we have a tag called table. Okay, this so if you want to declare a table or if you want to define a table, this is the table. and these are the columns and rows, right? So for each and every line is called as a row. Okay, for that, giving t head tr. Tr means table row. Okay, td means table data. Giving what you are giving first name, account name, industry type form, industry type form. Okay, so this is just table header, and then what we need body. Okay, inside table we have to give tr, means for each and every record we have to give not td, we have to give th. Th means table header. Okay. Okay, so this is the prototype what we have created for me. Okay, see here, this will be like okay, search accounts, and button is like this: name, industry, type, phone. This is just like here. It's not giving this line. Let's do it later. Okay, search for accounts, and when you click on search, this is the table format we have to display. Okay, so let's design it later. Now let's go ahead and write the code for searching the records. Okay, so here we have a button. When we click on the button, we have to call a function, that is JavaScript function. Then we can okay, so when we click on this button, we have to call the Apex method and need to get the results, right? So let's create the controller first. Apex class, I'm giving count search controller. You know this, we have to give aura in public. What it is going to return? It's going to return list of accounts. Okay. Then string search. Okay. If what we are going to do is first one, get list of accounts. List accounts. First new list of account. accounts equals type restrict from where like name like okay, search string. Okay, so I'm getting all the accounts related to or matching with this search string. Then give return. You guys, I think you guys know that just like operator and using to get means, let's say if you give some xyz or something, if there is an account matching with the xyz text inside this name, then we need to get all the accounts and need to display on the UI. Public static or enable all method should be declared as static. C dot, what is the method name? This is get accounts. Okay. This, after this get accounts method, you have to pass the parameters. Action dot set params. Set params. So what is the variable name? Here we have a variable name called search string. Okay, this one we need to pass this search string with it. Okay, so you have parameters now. After this, you need to set callback action, set call of this, comma, function of response. Function of response. Okay, so this one where we will be having the response, or everything will be in the if response dot success. Okay. Then what we have to do, component read. This is the variable name. Response dot get return. Okay. So same like this. Give something current. So I'm giving same format. Okay. Else, let's go ahead and just alert for now. Alert of something went wrong. Till now, you guys know that how to write the code to call the Apex method. And here we need to do one thing that's called, we have to declare the controller inside the class. Sorry, component controller is to. Okay, till now this is fine. Here we have another thing called, whenever you receive the records, you need to iterate those records one by one and need to display. Means you have a list of records returned from the lightning, sorry, Apex controller to lightning component, and you have the list in the account list attribute. Now what you need to do is you have to format that inside this component. Okay, for each and every record, one row should be created. For that, we have Aura iteration. Iteration. See the syntax. Inside this, you need to pass the list variable and need to do this. See this Aura iteration items, then where. Let's go ahead and use this. So why I am showing here, showing you for your reference. Iteration items equals to v dot account list dot account list. Okay, then var equals to acc. I'm giving like this. For each and every iteration, one row should be created. Here you need to display like acc dot name. Okay. Type form. C dot type. CC type dot form. Okay, so here we are done with all these component. Let's go ahead and search for this. For the accounts we have. Sales. Accounts. Search for test. Okay. Test. Subject. So let's control system.
Sir, you are not using it in control in helper NQ job. You're not NQ action. You're not declared, sir.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Good catch. Right, right, right. Very nice. Very nice. Good catch. NQ job. Correct. This one, I missed it. Q action. We refresh this. Test, search. Okay, this is giving thing. So let's go ahead and use dollar. Fish. Okay. Wherever test keyword is there in the name, all name accounts are displaying here. See this. Okay. So this is how we have to write a lightning component for such functionality. Now let's define something like, if you say I will give something like this and search for it, I think is displaying, right? So this is fine. But when I give this, we see, search it, okay? It's not displaying any results here, but it is not displaying any message also. Okay, let's go ahead and define some messages, how to use that one. Okay, so let's display one spinner. Okay, that's called lightning spinner. Means when you search, when you click on this button, time to get the response from the Apex controller, right? So during this time, we'll display some loading functionality or something. For that, how to display this one? There are two events we have. Okay, events, where is here? Lightning or events. Okay, so two events we are going to use. Okay, waiting and done waiting, and where is this waiting? Yes, waiting. Okay, so this one is this. Two events. Done waiting. Where is this? Okay, so show spinner and hide spinner. So these two are two component controller functions. Show spinner function component helper. This is one. Second one is hide spinner function component dot helper. Okay. There is another thing called lightning component spinner. Where is this? This one. Okay. This is lightning spinner, where I'm going to give inside one small div. Okay, loading medium size. I'm giving class equals to SLDS hide. Okay, CLDS hide. So when I want to show the spinner, show spinner, dollar a dot util class remove to give override. Wait a second. So let me take some syntax there. Spin. I think there will be one class called SLDS hide. So we have to give one aura ID, like aura colon ID equals to spinner. Okay. So for this one, what we will do is we will get this aura ID like component dot where spinner equals to component dot find of what is this name aura ID we are giving. Aura ID is nothing but one ID where we are going to identify the component, the unique name. So this is the unique name for this component or this tag for in the entire component. Okay, load and search for component dot find. Okay, this is common. Then what we'll do is dollar a dot util dot remove class means add, so to remove class spinner dot SLDS spinner is this is equals to settings and this one remove class and hide class, correct. So when you want to show the spinner, you have to remove the class name SLDS add. Okay. When you want to hide the spinner, then what you can do is you can go ahead and add class. Okay. So add class, remove class. Done. Now, if you see here, see, means what this component will do when say aura waiting or aura done waiting means when the component is loaded, so it takes some time to get the response, right? So from the server, if it takes some time, in that meantime, it displays the spinner. I will tell you this test. I'm going to give, and when I search this, see how the spinner is displaying here. Until unless this result is displayed, till we keep on displaying this one. Let's say if I give A, B, C, and I don't have any accounts like this. Okay, now, so this is fine. Now what you need to do is, I hope you understand this spinner functionality, how to hide the spinner, how to display the spinner, just two functions and two events. Okay, then what is this event will do? We are talking about event, right? What is an event? Event is just, these are called as system events. See, these are the system events you have. What is this? Okay, so here you have to understand these events, application events, component, done rendering, or done waiting, and waiting we have done, we have seen these two. And then change also we have seen, value change. Yesterday we have seen that, right? Change event. Then we'll go ahead and discuss other events as well. So today we'll see these two events. Okay, here. Once this is done, I have to get some notification library. Means, let's say, if I don't have any records, I need to display something, or I don't want to display this table itself. Okay, this table itself, I don't want to display. For that, what you can do is same. We have another tag called aura if tag. Okay, means if there are some records, then we need to display, else we don't need. Okay, aura, where is this force, first aura. Okay, this one aura if, or let's say aura render if. Okay, aura render if, else you can use aura if. Okay, both functionality is same. Aura if else, you can use if else condition like this one. Now let's go ahead and use this one. I'm going to declare one attribute to make attribute name equals to just is result. Type equals to clear. Okay, and then default equals to false. Okay, and then taking this and using aura if is if is true. Means if this is true, then only I need to display this logic. Say this table. Where is this? Inside the div. Fine. Process. So by default, so default it is false. So when the component is loaded, this name or the table will not be displayed here. Right? This table is not showing any data, or even if you test also, if you search it, result is available, but it is not displaying because this attribute is false. Right? Now what we'll do is we'll go for account search helper, then get the results. Where accounts equals to return. Okay, just use alert of JSON dot string file. Let's say use counts dot size. Length. Size will be inside the apex and length will be inside the JavaScript. What's this? Paste. Okay, 113 records are there, right? So let's use if account's length is more than 0, then records are there, else records are not there. Okay, so go ahead and display like if account start length greater than 0, then what you need to do is you need to display, or you need to set an attribute value to true here. What is this attribute? Is result show, right? Component dot set read attribute equals to true, right? This we use this as false first by default. Records are there, make it true, else won't display anything. Okay. Now let's do this.